Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Nick here, and I've got my SuperEZ out with me. I'm having a second crack at sticking an EDF on top of the plane, the airframe. I didn't want to spend any more money on planes for a little while. I've been super tempted. There's been a few deals on Facebook Marketplace that I've had to exercise a little bit of self-control. So I've tried to make the most of the equipment that I already have. And yesterday I decided that, well, I've got working power systems. I've got two working power systems at the moment. I've got the Tundra, the Durafly Tundra that I have, and it's working fine, and I'm enjoying that as a high wing trainer. Seeing as though the SuperEZ went out of action a little while ago after I was being a little bit too adventurous with the plane and just stalled it a little bit too close to the ground, and as a result didn't break any part of the airframe like I did the first time I broke the SuperEZ, which was pretty catastrophic. I sort of smacked it into some power lines and broke the nose off it. This time round it was probably only about maybe 10 meters or 12 meters off the ground. When it hit nose in, it just bounced, but as a result the prop shaft faced or absorbed all the impact. And it's this whole assembly here, it's still the same. I don't have a prop on it because it's not powered by a propeller anymore. It's powered through the EDF. So I set it all up. I did a few tests out the back. And the main thing that I wanted to see was that it wasn't going to blow the ducting off it. Fairly unprofessional. I've used soft drink bottles and lots of masking tape and all that sort of fun stuff. So let's have a look. So it's basically held on by tape and that kind of garden strap, and I've taped all that on as well. Had it running with both 3S and 4S, and it seemed to go pretty well. Nothing blew off the back. It wasn't doing any weird vibrations like last time. The reason why it all happened last time the way that it did was because I tried to fit a motor on a fan and duct that wasn't designed for that size motor. So that was the reason that happened last time. I still believe that this aircraft, considering like the wing loading, it's super floaty. This is probably about close to a kilo maybe now, maybe not quite that much. It's certainly heavier than it was with just this system, because I've literally added a whole power system on top, so it's carrying another motor and EDF and all this sort of stuff up here as well. Also the EDF, the speed control that I've had coupled with this EDF is a 55 amp speed controller. The one that came with this motor was only like a 20 amp, so it's significantly lighter. So the new system is heavier. If you're wondering where this particular power system came from, it was from my Lippisch. So when I blew the fan blades out the back of the Lippisch a few months back, I ordered a new EDF and power system, or EDF and motor, the whole ducting thing and ESC to go with it, because I wanted it to run 3S and 4S, so regardless of sort of what batteries I had around me at the time, I wanted to be able to throw it in and get the Lippisch moving. So I've had heaps of fun with the Lippisch, and I've wanted to try something new, at least get the SuperEZ back up in the air. It really is sad to see this plane sitting around. If you've got like a hangar of tons of planes, I'm sure you have the same feeling when you see a plane that just hasn't been flown for ages. You kind of like want to just get it up in the air. And what made it worse with this plane is that it's so rugged, so durable, and it just sitting there not doing anything. So I just thought it was was high time that I did something to get this bird back in the air. So she just wants to go nose down. It's all angle of the exhaust tube, I guess. So during testing at the field, I noticed that the plane was wanting to nose over. So as a result, I jumped onto the Foam, RC Foam Facebook group, Foam Flies, whatever it's called, and a few people told me that my thrust angle was too high. So I decided to lift the EDF unit up, and as a result point the exhaust tube down more, and I'm using this piece of foam. I'm going to cut that in place and form like a triangular wedge, and I'll stick it underneath here and re-stick everything down, so hopefully that works out. We've made some adjustments. I've just put that little piece of polystyrene just under the EDF here so that tilts it. Alright, let's see what happens. I mean, we'll find out soon enough if she's going to nose over or not. Hey, that's positive. Got a thrust angle. She wants to get up. That's a pretty big divot. Crosswind. So I think we have proof of concept. The Superjet will take a maiden on a calm day, not on rubbish days like this. It's kind of sad because there is blue sky. I can see blue sky right in front of me. Lots of grey everywhere else, but it's just too windy for a maiden. Once I get more confidence, this plane, this airframe does handle wind okay. I've just never never had an affinity for wanting to fly in the wind, mostly because I just don't find it fun. Like, you can't, you know, you're not making passes all over the place. If it's strong enough wind and you don't have a strong enough plane, or a plane with enough thrust, it's just going to sit there and it just looks like a kite. And I have a kite, so I could have just brought the kite out if that's what I want. Alright, so we're at the field. Today is going to be the Superjet Maiden. I needed some fairly calm weather, mainly just for my nerves. I'm sure the SuperEZ could handle it. If there was the wind that's sort of been around other times I've flown the SuperEZ with the prop. As soon as you're doing any kind of test flight, you want, like, best conditions that are possible. Today is great. It's supposed to clear up even more, I think. A little bit of cloud overhead, but I'm not too worried. There's a little bit of patchy blue sky around, and there's a bit of blue sky above me. It's sort of, the clouds want to disappear, they're just sort of hanging around. This is just all the chatting before we go up. As you would have seen in the footage before, I got it airborne very briefly for probably a couple of seconds, and that was in the wind, and I was really reluctant to do anything more with it. That was an accident. There was enough of it had enough airspeed to obviously lift up, and I've re-watched that footage a few times, and it looks good. Like, the plane is balanced, it's not wanting to like nose over or kick back or anything. So however, I guess that wasn't under a lot of power. I had airspeed, had air over the wings, but it didn't have full power, so that hasn't totally told me or definitively give me enough evidence to suggest that under full power she's not going to behave a whole lot differently. So that was just the oncoming wind and a little bit of throttle. So yeah. Anyway, I'm sure today's going to be okay. Let's get this over and done with, and enjoy some flying. I've got heaps of batteries, so hopefully the first flight is okay, and then I can just keep flying for a while. Otherwise, I'm going to be like annoyed. So I hope you guys are really well, and let's go and do this. I'll leave it in high rates. Alright, holy crap. 1800, 3S. Let's do this. That's full throttle. This is fine. Oh my god. She needed full throttle get up, and she's a bit underpowered on 3S. Far out. Yeah, she definitely feels underpowered on 3S. Oh my gosh, she's flying. I should trim her up. Pretty good. Twitchy at the moment. Flying very slow. I think I just need to give a little bit of up trim. Minutes. Alright. I'm gonna go around and land her. Alright. Oh, what a funny finish. Funny finish to the maiden flight. Now that's gonna make an exciting video. Oh man. That was so funny. So I had a feeling as I was coming down I was gonna hit the camera or hit the phone. Alright, let's go and check the cells and stuff and see what this thing's got going on. I reckon, yeah, I mean, I had to go full pelt off the grass to get her up, and I've got a little bit of a headwind too, so 4S is going to be really fun. The battery's still in here, so let's have a look. 44%. Short flights. 383s. 3 minutes. I'm gonna go around and land her.